good morning, folks, and welcome to your favorite Chorchor Diaries, which is live on Joy Prime Television right here, your favorite station. I know, I already know that. And of course, today we have an awesome show for you. I mean, if you're a new person that is just tuning in today, well, this is Chorchor Diaries. It's a show that is woven around discussing pressing issues that has to do with our transport system here in Ghana. It comes your way every Saturday at 11 a.m. It's just for an hour. And so at 12 p.m. we're done. But in this hour, we give you everything, a dose of everything. Education, entertainment, infotainment, whatever it is you're looking for, you're going to find it right here on the show. And so if you have joined us, well, welcome. Be a regular. I hope you do not run away. You wouldn't actually have any reason to run away. I'm Noella Karen Yali. Of course, I usually will do the show with a certain guy called Yaodu. But yeah, he chose to cheat on me today, and so he's not here. He's my better half. I think he has you know, I'm thinking about taking that tag away from him because he's not earning it as much. But you know what? That's a discussion for another day. But yeah, the show is proudly brought to you by Hisense Ghana. If you are looking for anything that has to do with appliances, okay, has to do with your kitchen, your living room, your whatever gadgets, could be a juicer, could be a fridge, could be an AC, it could be a blender, it could be a home theater, it could be a phone, it could be whatever it is. Your best bet is Hisense Ghana. They give you quality products at very affordable prices. I don't know about you, but if I were you, I would look for any of their showrooms, which is scattered across the country, and get yourself a Hisense appliance for very, very cheap price. For the kind of quality they give you, definitely, your best bet should be Hisense Ghana. Well, today, as always, we have a topic to discuss, and we'll be discussing a very pressing issue that has sparked a debate in this country. I'm talking about the reintroduction of road tolls. We're going to be looking at the history behind toll collection here in Ghana. Why was it abolished? What has necessitated the reintroduction of the tolls? What is its significance for us as citizens in this country? And is it going to be a step in the right direction in terms of road infrastructure development, or is it us going to just revisit an old issue or old problem with a new face? Definitely, we're going to be having experts in the field that would share their insights with us, statistics. They're going to literally help us unpack the reintroduction of this road tolls right here on your favorite Chorchor Diaries. We've got a vox pop because obviously we had to sample your thoughts as citizens, normal Ghanaians, people that actually ply roads. We had to sample thought from you as well. And so we're going to take a quick breather. When we come back, we're going to share those vox pop with you. And then we delve into the all-important discussion. It's going to be great. I don't know about you. Stay with us. We're back after this. You're welcome back from that short break. This is Chorchor Diaries right here on Joy Prime Television with me, Noella Karen Yali. And if you just joined us, well, you're just in time. But for those of you who joined us earlier, I mentioned to you that we're treating the reintroduction of road tolls here in Ghana. We want to take a look at the reason behind the reintroduction, its significance, what it means for us as Ghanaians, and whether or not it's a step in the right direction. And so I've got my experts here in the studio who would be helping me with that analysis. But we stepped onto the streets of Accra to sample your thoughts on the topic, and you have been talking. Let's look.
Hello everyone, this is your girl Debbie Sway and welcome to Chorchor Diaries. Now I know that most of you are abreast with the reintroduction of the road tolls that was announced by the Mahama-led government, okay? Now, road tolls were first introduced to create revenue to fix, construct, and maintain roads all across the country. However, in 2021, the Nanado-led government actually abolished this because they claimed that, you know, it was inefficient and it was difficult to actually make this revenue. And also, the profit they were making was not really much as compared to the costs that were accrued in maintaining the road tolls. And a few days ago, the finance minister designates Mr. Atto Forson actually has come to announce that, you know, the government is actually, reconsidering bringing back these road tolls. And today, I'm going to be talking to drivers, passengers, traders, everybody, citizens, to hear what people have to say about this reintroduction of the road tolls. If it is good, if they want it back, what do they actually think? Is it really going to solve Ghana's problems? Okay.
Yes, we want it back, and I'm sure it will benefit with the Ghanaians because we lack a lot of money from the toll side. So we need it. We need it so that it will help the government to generate more revenue to the country. So I'm in support with that. Yeah.
Okay, so we've heard that some people have concerns because it's going to generate a lot of traffic and all of that. Do you think we should be looking at that aspect of it, or you think that because the revenue will be coming, it's okay?
Even without the toll booth, there's traffic on the motorway every day. So there's nothing concerning the toll booth coming back to operate again. We don't concern about the traffic. We only need the toll booth to help the government do whatever he's supposed to do.
It's good. We want it back. The road toll is for government. It's from NDC party. So we want it back. Miti fifila na gatrova nemi.
Why do you say the road toll is for the NDC government?
Everybody know. Everybody know that the road toll is for NDC party. So we are ready to receive it back. Tami John Evanemi.
Oh, me, Mrs. say Ghana for the Ebenya and Fason because of say Omugu to no you who the across or Ghana has. And almost science in the business or Ghana. Mimi the come opinion is say and car to no almost Ariaban because of traffic it creates your hormone and car binding for KBI or the general and car on fanka road wetting. Nanki incha because already no motorway no BBC to ABC cry in traffic create also and I told no one so near him traffic is create you into how many kind road work on I say every 6 months you could travel away now I can't hold that no work dance over sababe na sa create traffic beam into me my opinion no
Until what they say you don't want it back.
David almost find kind road wet nature because drive any be road wet. So when police in his show betchu. Police in his show now won't try or betchu. Into somebody come one and no ye dance ever sababe na sa create traffic or hanging already BBC to every show motor inside in the AC.
Oh, I think there's benefits because it helps those who don't have work to sell on traffics and also help those who are disabled. So it's very good to bring it back. Yeah, it's very necessary. Yeah.
Please, what about you?
Oh, me the tone den koroban ko babo me pa because tone oba do babo am ne sabe obo an na akunyo ne nsa akunyo te san kofo no wode banan ko kofo wo mmom okwaya obaboa oman no said ya ba ya oman no obinya mmobo wo na especially here mate for no obo ho onu ntwa kanti wa compete 200 de jana sasa no ebia na fani ya 3cd na 3cd na patutu ko first kawanye nti o de scan ba odu to wa wo de mana na asasa na nya bia ma no nti mi fin na to no so ba obobo Ghana man na am ba kofo
Legon cities.
Why that name?
I know they mean our school SHS store way back SHS. Asemanso SHS. What I mean the median.
All right. And we want to ask you there, the reintroduction of road tolls now ban pedo wadebano. What do you think about it? Do you think they'll benefit Ghana for?
Oh, and the baboy, Okona Wicha, Skank Kankan, Yabuana, Betuma, Bibiama or mine, aha. And to no baboy, and to one family beam, whatever baboy.
Into Mary Patron there, you want it back actually?
One family, whatever boy,
All right. Now, some of your friends are saying that when the road tolls are introduced, it will bring so much traffic. I'll watch and share on that.
Traffic in the Baba, by yeah, they are, or there was under Baba, Senator, Aban so many benefits, Kakla, if you traffic in the way they are, traffic in the Baba, traffic in the Okrum Dada, and Senator now the Baba number traffic, but traffic in the Okrum Dada, and one some family, Senator, but not better tax than the one you for the Kura. Pay better tax in the one for because better than the surviving Kakanka or my to bet tax in the one for the man. Yes, Ramwa.
Oh, Yamis kind of quarterly tumble to the a year. But Mimi share say first was a tumble to my traffic back room. You sure send another down over if you so my but still a traffic war. Into median say man and babyum. Now, by Kabia Nam Quanso or Charwood wet. I by name she say. Sikana ide betwa tonu onfa kan road wet my na say ye twa road wet na say 1 year 6 months na nim say sa tonu ewom ade ba ko say car na fi Burkina na Togo na Mali fo e ba ya memu no enu na e be hihye bi afa ho say saka bi o cross border say be ma obi bo border so o ma hwe sa sikana mo ji sikana fi o mo nsem a anka be better but tonu ye hwe say any host traffic or chrome or host traffic or chrome nti we if you are normal if I can road wet my anka be boa
de o mo say e be boa Ghana de na mra na to nu kasa wo horo na ekwan no na asai o mo ji sika no so kwan asai ana to butu no o mo twa fake ticket ana o mo twa original ticket wo fake ticket no mo de ma trotro drivers because o mo say dey packing kan 70 DC Ford enti no o mo twa fake de man na mo twa original man ma private cars enti sika no nyene de kwa ban ho ana sisi akwa se ga yadwuma nka bo wie kan the people for the koro on baka send this over pam agi for be 400 million de ko enti fa so be pa na banya e wo sa to botu he say yi levy no okurasi ni ko odoko ko okura osan ni a sika eti yi levy abanya sa sika no enti se to no e ba madara fo he say opia fi Ghana for so be good for so to ye be traffic e be ba no enya sem kitwa fine eno so ka ho third sisi to no be siwe de sie omo ye electronics a omo muti ho na omo twa tone o haida kan yi to ho na wo de abom na sei na bie omo nya kwa wie sika no enti za tone e be boa oman no na so sika na e be kwa na kwogofo botom obi o ye dwuma to ho bia ko he ne fie omo sisi fie kese
me darade asi se na he kase wa ma jomama be president na jomama nso obi a Ghana ni nyina nim se odwiri mobile afọ odwiri Ghana afọ nti eti na etuma ni boom because of adwiri awoma Ghana no nti eti se osi oyi levy afiri ho no di to aba to ne kakle bi pe just ebe support onu aban no ye drivers for there ye pen sa na mi ne be kase o kase o kan se beble say traffic ticket uko bisan say when ya traffic ticket amount da on to meet afensu jomama ba also the employment and eba for the youth to ni ba omo muntimi nante mubu afọ nyina no ombe edwuma iti oba biodi Ghana obia benya edwumaye enu ne ye adwene kese e wo jomama trim iti to ni de odi be ye
before they have to introduce the road toll again. They have to arrest the former Minister of Road and Transport, Amakwata, because the time he cancelled the road toll, no, it does not report to the parliament. So before Mama to introduce the road toll, you have to jail him to account for the time he cancelled the road toll till now, before they introduce the road toll. And then secondly, the motorway road toll, no, they have to do it digital, yeah, to free the purpose of the road toll, because most of the people, they are taking money into their pockets. And at the end of the day, they carry the money all to their houses. So my first point is you have to arrest the former Minister of Road and Transport, Amakwata. Secondly, they have to introduce the digital.
And you heard some drivers on the streets of Accra sharing your thoughts on the news about the reintroduction of road tolls in the country. Shouts to Debbie Sway for bringing us that. And also she gave us quite a good history about you know, what it was like and what's going to happen. I mean, she talked about how the road tolls was first introduced in 1990 as a means of, constructing major roads and maintaining it as well. In 2021, obviously, the NPP-led government abolished it, citing, inefficient money, and also was costly as well. And they replaced it with e-levy. But in 2025, Dr. Keselato Forson, who is I don't know if he's been, approved, but he's been nominated for the finance ministry. He announced the reintroduction of road tolls at his vetting by the Parliament vetting committee. And since he made that news known, it has sparked a debate in the country with many asking about the relevance of the reintroduction. I mean, you heard the drivers. They talked about how most of the time they do pay the tolls, but the reason for paying the tolls, the money is not being used to, fulfill that purpose. And Mr. Emmanuel Cherry, who is the CEO of the Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry, is also advocating for a modernized, digitalized way of collecting the tolls so that the money can really be placed into or be put to use for its original use, if that makes sense. And so these are some of the conversations that have been going on. But this morning, we are honored to be joined by representatives from the Concerned Drivers Association. We've got Mr. Ni Ashi, who is the Greater Accra chairman of the Concerned Drivers Association. They are best friends. We've been dealing with them since last year when we launched the show. And it's good to know that they're still a part of us. And we also have Mr. Oheneba Kwame Asamoah, who is the Deputy Comms Officer for the Concerned Drivers Association. You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ufuguna emefe come on. Me so de be mo share red there. Come on. Touch of red no. Me ekoye pa. Bibi awoko. Okay there. Yeah, and start here. No, are we good? First of all, would you want to speak in English or Twi?
Oh.
Let's speak English, please. Let's speak English because
we can mix.
We can mix it. That's okay.
We have masses. Majority of the drivers.
Okay, they understand
the Twi more than
that's okay. So when you speak in Twi, I can do a quick translation in English, so it serves the purpose. Listen, it's an interactive show, and so you can be a part of it. You can share your thought with us via WhatsApp line. Details will be shared on the screen. Or better still, you can actually join us via Zoom and share your thoughts with us. So once again, you're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I mean, you heard your drivers share their thoughts on the reintroduction of road tolls. First of all, what do you think about their concerns? Let me start with you, Mr. Niashi.
Okay, thank you, madam. Once again, thank you for having me and your viewers and everybody. The problem is about the road toll. We think that coming back of the road toll is a very good idea in the sense that we need more money to road maintenance and other things. So when this government in 2021 abolished the road toll, it was very bad to us in the sense that now most of our roads are very bad. And if that money was coming just a little, it will help us to also get some money to support the construction of the other roads. For instance, when you travel to Bole Bamboy Road, who is the current president, the road is very bad. If this money is coming small, we can just ask them to also use to construct that road. So coming back of the road to there, we think that is a very good idea.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question on what you just said, but let me pick Mr. Ohenebe's thoughts as well, and then I'll come back to you.
Thank you, madam. Good morning to your viewers. And it's a nice having us here. Yeah, about the road toll, I think it's a good idea for the government to bring it back. Why am I saying that? You see, when the road toll was there, you have a lot of people working there. When the then government abolished it, definitely it has caused a lot of people damage. Ladies and men are working there, feeding their family. Unfortunately, when the government abolished that road toll, unfortunately, those people just go home
lost their jobs, right?
Without doing anything. So meaning it's going to affect their family big time or something like that. So bringing this road toll back, I think it's a good. But the question is that, are they going to use the money?
Very important question, because before the road tolls were abolished in 2021, I remember major roads like the motorway was in a deplorable state. It had a lot of death traps, not even potholes, because some of the holes are so big,
It's not a pothole, it's a my hole.
Exactly. And a lot of people complained that, we're paying our tolls and all, and the purpose for which we're paying these tolls, the money is not being put to use. And that is actually the reason why we abolished it. The government listened and abolished it and reintroduced and actually replaced it with the e-levy. So with you saying that, it's good, it's back, it was going to help maintain it, are we not basically revisiting an old problem of ours?
Sometimes I'm very sad to hear people. I told her, who I'm all for some case. Scanner was a good tool, and I am memorable in the sense. So we will be a Juma say Sabi was who has a Juma and Nipaneano, or Yeni. Sikana or the a Ghana Sika, and yet say on the bush for Sika. And as can was they bad ya bebo mine, and more mano at Tumpon. She said, "Oh, catch them say, because of amount for the Giscanwa. Scan M back, maybe I was a back, into I was abolish it. I said, one casa as a minister, no, who couldn't appoint you as a minister. So what I said, because, sir, we are IGP, no commanders, more regions, no, or perform here. When I was over here, a human or the show was an obeying. Inti, sometimes it is even Mukase, Sikana Bano, Sebi, a month for the Musa boom.
But it's not far-fetched for people to say that.
Well, we are station a chairman of a station. So what you say? Na sebi a month for car. Now drivers any omoko, omudi do matem. Now unisa we are station in Begu. To one was over say we put things in order. Now my discipline eba. Until nipa na our employees or my jumano. Sebi set ticket na e chano. Sebi yani adaba for cramba e try ticket crown. Etimi ye ticket this year numbers baswa. Obi antimi mo no also. Etimi gigi esika pepe. Arentina ban untimi issue some serial number bi na say bia wo so a obi ntimi enko print bi a won fa metwa embokro. It is as assembly there. Omo ka na ya memobo because road to ayagigi no anti eboa o. Eboa man no. Sabi say ye giginya kakra na ban so konya bi bosia kakra fi be ba. Ye de ka ho a hwe ya da for commercial service nti ya kasafa saro to so no because we dey sabi so fi ba oba officer aba betenase unsan ubesa wa chiaji se nwumre ba ye betima fatama moto we so e dey betima kwa ba be say 5-6 times so what you say nti kwa na nya ya tie ye links e shock absorbers say what am trying to say nti na ya de bia ye kase se nke e benya ka ban emwa na nka rotonzu kan oji a no fanya kwan papa ma ya driver for na nka yenso ntimi fa so na so wo ba ye kwan no so a wo say yenso driver for no omuji agem kire kakra fi ye ho because mumu ntam fa kwan ne so ye na da bia ye fa kwan ne so ye nim problem a e wo kwan ne so di se wo ba ye kwan no a ya driver for no ye mpani for na ye mumfra ye na mu ye ntrase sei ne pese ye kwan no madwemu no mu na mutafa so because wo minister no ufie na betwem ko officer wakotena se nwere na besansan wachiu ba ye de da bia ye nam so the problem wa kwan ne so no yenim di se wo ba ye kwan ya na se ukofa engineer no begina ho na o chese ise a engineer no we akotira no ba bi problem me ba ye problem so what you say the mestre benfon say so mo ya I am on fire.
So Mr. Niashi is just justifying the reason why he believes the reintroduction of the road tolls is a step in the right direction. He believes that, as to people saying that a lot of people in the past used to keep the monies to themselves instead of, using it for the right things. He thinks it's dependent on the roads ministry or minister to effect stringent, I beg your pardon, measures that would ensure that people do not keep the monies to themselves. And so for him, he is excited about the reintroduction of the road tolls. But let me come to you. and ask you what, in 2021, when it was abolished, how did it, I mean, he talked about how the deplorable roads affected the cars of your drivers on the road. But apart from that, what are some of the major, how were you majorly affected by the abolishment of the road tolls in 2021?
Thank you, madam. Since abolishing the road toll, with the drivers, what affect us seriously was the maintenance of the road. What's the sense of introducing the road toll? The road toll was introducing that they want to mobilize money and do what? Maintain the road for us.
You can actually speak in Tree, so you can express yourself better and translate it.
Inti sir, we introduce Bibia, we introduce it, but I introduce here. Now, road tolls, introduced by Sabia Better, would be a quiner at the Amaya. What abolish it now, most of them introduce you levy. So you levy there, about a boy, more as of a program. Unfortunately, and you to me, who sa at the end. My sister as a road mono, who said, I say more, affected a driver, such as a offer a quinus war. At least I think I said, what we used to be 6 months. In 2 weeks, now say, that's what I call. Meaning, say, affect you because car crash out to me, a bob and a 2 and a service and all the cocoa a pass and a bell cast and service and do back where can say, one abolish it's not driving there or a free okono, and yadia O2 and a service and but issue, they say, and yadia a bois because it be a 1 city and a day may spend about 5 cents in the idea. I know South 5 cents air cost because into me maintain rules in the identity. A cost my maiden, me tria a lot than a 5 cents because Ukakotos peppers no bo a cost room. I did be a spend about 5-6 months and now 1 year so I got off. I don't know. Spend just 2 weeks. I got off from. If you start to look at this can in do amount to the peppers no. Into I don't think say over about say road to no. I am from fast to be and I don't say proper idea. So reintroducing of the two there, I believe is good, but we have to implement system Sikano and co-waste.
Okay, so now let's talk about the implementation and monetization. Still on the issue about people paying the tolls and, certain individuals keeping them. So basically the manual way of collecting the tolls, a lot of people are now speaking against it in the wake of, the news about the toll reintroduction. And a lot of people are talking about or advocating for a digitalized way of collecting the toll. First of all, what do you think about the digitalized way? Do you think it's a step in the right direction?
I don't think that in that direction will help Ghana.
Why?
Yes, in the sense that, Mamika Semba control. If you say you have road toll, no, and share road wet. Obi oha, one or pretty and call the road toll. Obi once a day, and I make us obey my far motor so best 10 times. So what you say? This a woman who could try addition road wet in one. And for so ben a band benya also. So what you damage on us? Because free tema no cobokina. Obechebi tema mutowi. Obeche best 2 or 3 and son would do best area. Techimai. What I say? Oko paga and a year. Obecha best 5. So we are fixed now with the crochet. We no be ha the whole year no. Wabeba abe famu to we so be ba akope. No be ade bia wo fa so no. Oni ni nyina tu asika ba akwa. Fa so be na ba ne benya wo so. So what you say? It is system na ba na what also say. Ticket ne de on my ticket no enya available. But was ye ashen so dear bia ebe war ticket in this one.
It's not almost say that's why they're saying digitalization. So that one maybe you pay on your phone, you are given a token, and maybe you are given a card or something. You get to the toll area, you just swipe your card. So you who know I'm saying Legon, a quinus baby. Omo effect.
Legon school and Omo, but I don't know omo talk.
Egu omo card no exactly. Tuju hono ma na se na me no airport campo no. Tuju hono ma na wa swipe your card fe na wo.
Eno so ye.
No, e call a buy whole straight. What do you think?
Eno so ye. Say na service and the Jamaica ya driver for no. Service me sra me count. Yeah, therefore, you
can't school, right?
So what you say? This is all called digital, some lady bad driver need trotro driver, taxi driver. Now a problem never.
But I don't see now.
You need 2 more. So what you say? Because rotos are a commercial drivers in a and a door. What I mentioned, I say. It is a digitalization is now the bar. A very super Benyan so whatever.
But saying now, associations which is a concerned drivers associations more horse. Never ya want some mobile boy buying with some education, some workshop be to educate them on how to that because you see they will be use phone. Obia it's a smartphone. And so no, don't you think it's also a Jew monso the monso mobile their boy buying?
And also any ya. So I was here taking time back like about maybe 6 months for that period of education. So what I say because it's young to me sorry say go church within a matter of 1 or 2 weeks. I come off as well. But so also using the phone and they try ticket to money there what I say. Nti eno so be check akra nti wodi ticket ne ba no na wo san eno so tare chiri so what I say. Nti kakra no na ye dey. Ti say first ani use yama and obi use Android phone. So what I say. Nti na sa process na na mu le yeko. And I was also one say ade ba ko ne say adra afansa wo Ghana ha say no. Ade ba ko mehu ne say ye ni amanfo a omo educated drivers. Road safety for over the it maybe you have a concern for any and a sika near the Christmas in one a year safety campaign near the mother of church for Oko you say what I'm trying to say. Yeah, be die. Ye sika. Now, you see road safety for there, you man away. Say, I feel we do ya unam council. The part of road safety for do say now who say, Omugina Kwan who ye education child for say, I fear to. You say muntu mo boase munyese
and it's not a platform ye amamu abama mo nti munso munyusu ye
yes remo munso munka mo muntie na abanti ase se sa na mani nyina no eyesika na edisika na edi pesika so what them chana say se wo madaba ni no ati de owo se oye ase a se wo nso yi ni sika bibia me nam kwa so na kwa na ye kama na bibi problem bi no wan se me car me ense me road link ense me tie na bibia ye kama ada na me say yes me to me so sika na eba no they have to use the money judiciously they say so who yes na who ja sana manfo wia na manfo so mu say wia de manfo wia ye nim say o mu wia so what I say na umani pa no say na sika yi kwa metua yi obi na ekwa kofa sika na di kwakea so otua se be ne ya so but so umani hu say sika na otua no e call right direction sika no ye use e de yempuntu djuma a driver for nya so mfa so a definitely pie ne ho a obetua abra obemuna.
Okay, so on the issue of digitalization of collecting the tolls, Mr. Ni Ashi is not too enthused about that suggestion, and he justifies his reason as the fact that a lot of his drivers, most of them, excuse my language, aren't very educated and do not know how to, operate some of these digitalized systems on their Android phones and all of that. And so for him, he thinks that we should not do, digitalization is not the way, right?
I'm not saying that is not the way, but it should start from a process.
Okay. It should be a gradual
process so that we can have time to educate the drivers so that they will know whatever exactly they should do. But if we start right now, they don't know anything about
it. Right.
So it will be very difficult for them to cooperate.
Okay. Okay. But let me come to you on here. But I mean, do you agree with his stance, or do you think we should create a hybrid sort of system that would integrate both digitalization and the manual way of collecting the tolls so that everyone can feel involved?
I agree with some part and I disagree with him with some part. I mean, those that calling for this digitalization, when the tools are there, we have people working there. They are disabled, right? So now when you introduce this digitalization, meaning those people are not going to get the work to do.
Oh, but definitely you will still need people to man the toll post.
But the percentage what would do what?
Would go down.
Would go down.
Okay.
For the rest of the people, what they do. So, to my opinion, government can have some system that no one can steal the money from the toll.
Okay. What kind of system do you suggest?
Well, that's the reason why the government have to involve us for this reintroducing this road tolls back. Now, I have some, let me give you an example. When you go to La Paz or maybe, do you know Las Palmas?
Yeah,
Las Palmas.
I do.
Good. Look at this one-person business. They're able to install some cameras there that no person or nobody can take even one person from there. Right? So the government, a whole government, you cannot implement this system. You cannot face these things for you to monitor your money. What are you doing? So I believe that in reintroducing the tool, the government have to put in a lot of things so that the people working there cannot do what? Cannot steal the money. So they can get the money or can have the money to make use of it. I hope you are getting it.
I get you.
Good.
I get you.
So
setting of cameras is one of the ways you have suggested. Okay.
Good.
I'll come to you, Mr. Ani, so please think about some of the ways.
In Ghana here, the security people or the security zone, they know wherever these thieves they are. They have implement system that they are there monitoring every corner that they can see. When you go there, it's them that, I don't know, they don't want to enforce the law to arrest the people or something like that. They know, when you go to the security people, they know, the military and the police people and the national security, they know where this thing, what do you call it? This langas and this, they are. What do they go to know? They have implement some system that when they're there, and maybe the social one, they can see what is going on every corner. So the government can create an office and then install these TVs. People will be there monitoring. So that no one will be working at a toll booth.
So just like how we have a dash cam in a car.
In the car, yes. So no person can steal the government. But if you want them to steal that one, they will steal you. So if the government want to reintroduce the tool, you have to involve us, and then all of us will share ideas how to get the money and then make
more effective
for the government.
Mr. Ni.
Yeah.
Well, before you come in, guys, you're still watching Chocho Diaries right here on Joy Prime Television. We are discussing the reintroduction of road tolls in the country. We want to look at, you know, the relevance, its significance, what it means for us as Ghanaians. Is it a step in the right direction in terms of road infrastructure development, or are we literally just repeating the same mistakes that we have done in the past, this time maybe under a new government or with a new face? We are looking at all of this when packing this topic right here on the show. But it's not a show where I get to just talk with my experts and just leave. It's about you. And so if you're watching and you have any add-ons, you have any reservations, any constructive criticisms, because government officials are watching, right? You can share your thoughts with us via the numbers on your screens, or you can join us via Zoom and share your thoughts as well. We're here with representatives of the from the Concerned Drivers Association, and they're sharing their expert insights with us per their experiences. Mr. Ni, your colleague has talked about the installation of cameras, the fact that government should also employ people who would be monitoring 24/7, monitoring people to ensure that they're not stealing, they're not being bad nuts. What other effective ways or strategies do you think? I know you are advocating that government involves you, but at least give them an idea, you know, to let them know that, you know, you're not just drivers, you are also experts in your field and you have a lot of ideas you can share with them. So what are some of the ways that you suggest that they can go about the effective collection of the tolls?
I do agree with him, the earlier statement that he made, in the sense that when government install these cameras wherever they are, because
they can be monitored.
Yes, in the sense that now every traffic light have camera. When you pass through red light, they can able to know that you have passed through a red light.
Right.
People are there 24/7 monitoring those systems. So I think what he said government can do the same to the various toll booths that they have, so that they can able to monitor the system, whereby people will not be taking our money.
Okay.
So that one there, I do
agree with him.
I agree with him.
Okay.
So, but in the all these things, you know, it's about somebody who's ready to work. You just don't employ people who are not serious to come that they should collecting those.
You should employ people who are passionate.
Yes.
So what do you suggest that they employ people from your association, for instance?
Or
drivers?
Because listen, there are some drivers who have had accident. They have cut some their legs and they're sitting down. They are doing nothing. If you are able to give them opportunity to come and work, they will do. Because they need money to also survive. They have family. So that one, they are giving us that opportunity. We will not say no, because we embrace it in the very good faith. But what I'm saying is that whatever, every institution, wherever we want to employ people, that's why I say come with your CV, those things. You need to get somebody who is ready to work. Not anybody who is just going there to get whatever he wants. Are you getting what I'm saying? So for my brother there, I do agree. I agree with him in all the things that he has just.
Now, let's talk about you and your drivers. Oftentimes, when there is an increment in fares, you cite a number of reasons. One of them being fuel, one of them being dollar, spare parts. With the reintroduction of these road tolls, are we going to see a day where you introduce you increase your fares, and you come and sit here and we ask you to give us the reasons why you are increasing, and you tell us road tolls is part of it? Why are we laughing?
Over the years that this toll booths are there and you are paying, we have never.
No, but you have.
We have never used that as an excuse to increase fares. So I don't think that coming of this
reintroduction of the toll,
we don't think that such thing will happen.
Yes, so you're saying it's on authority, that there will never be a time where you tell us that the road tolls.
We the leader, we will not allow them to use that one as a yardstick to increase fares by. No, it can never happen.
Okay. You're still watching Trotro Diaries on Joy Prime Television. We're discussing road tolls, the reintroduction of road tolls. So far, drivers are excited about, the news. We're here with the representatives from the Concerned Drivers Association. They're very excited about the news, which is a step in the right direction. I mean, if you're about to introduce a policy and the key people that the policy is being formed around are in support of it, all the better. And so, yeah, we're having that discussion right here on the show. The show is proudly brought to you by Hisense Ghana. But let me go on to Zoom and speak to a certain gentleman called Yao Odum. My co-host, who's all the way in Koforidua. He's taking up some work over there, and I'm going to let him share all the tea with us. Yao, if you can hear me, take it away. Yao, if you can hear me, kindly activate your sound, okay? Like, put on your sound. You are too digital to be speaking without your sound on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so I'm saying that I know that you have missed me, and it's very obvious, like it's showing all over your face. It's like how people blush and it's obvious. I can see it. Don't worry, I'll be back very soon.
Give me a break. Okay.
Hello to everybody in the studio.
Yeah, hello. So yeah, we've been talking, obviously you know this, we've been talking about the reintroduction of road tolls in the country. Obviously, beyond you being my co-host, you're a driver, you own a car. What do you think about it?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a very interesting conversation, right? In the broader picture, I think for most people, they would obviously want the road tolls to come back and e-levy to go away,
right?
Because we're paying so much on e-levy. But on the other hand, I think what was also interesting is that there are a lot of people that fell outside the tax bracket, right? And one of the conversations had been, okay, how do we rope people in the informal sector? Because there are a lot of people that are in the informal sector. And so e-levy was a way of getting as many people as possible also paying tax. How they implemented it, I think anybody was excited about it. Why we needed to cut a cake, I don't know. But I think for me, being somebody that pays taxes, right? For business and all that, I pay taxes. And I filed my taxes. I love the fact that you could now file your taxes online and all that. I love that bit of it, but how it went, But then the idea of, instead of just a few people paying tax to a lot of people or everybody paying tax, I think was a good idea. But then again, Charlie, the amount was high because in some cases, if you're sending huge amounts of money, it becomes a challenge. And so people were trying to swerve and all that. So I think it's actually going to be an interesting conversation. So far, I still don't know where I stand. Should the tolls come back to the only drivers or e-levy where it's everybody paying? Hello, Noella, can you hear me?
Hi, I can hear you now. Your connection is not that smooth. I don't know which hole you're in, but what do you think of the digitalization of collecting the tolls? Some people are suggesting that, in order to ensure that we effectively collect these tolls, we introduce, a digitalized system. What do you make of that?
Absolutely, absolutely. So when I visited Abidjan last year around this time, and that was one of the things that you realized. The tolls were bigger, right? So you had more booths, but most importantly, they were digitized as well. So people pay in advance, and it's going straight into government's coffers or whoever is handling a coffers. Because one of the issues is that, okay, the tolls that they are collecting at the toll booths, we all know, we've heard, okay, we don't know, but we've heard monies are going into
personal pockets.
Exactly. So if we digitize it, at least to some extent we can track it. But the other side of it also is in managing traffic. And so when you have it digitalized, where people have like a card or whatever, Legon is already doing something like this. Very moment you get there, automatically it reads the card. This was one of the things that I loved about Abidjan. It reads the card before you get. So you're not even waiting. You get there, you are driving through. It helps to manage the traffic situation, because if we're going to bring it back, that's one main thing we need to check. It's 2025, a 24-hour economy. We don't need to go about it the way we've been doing, and people are collecting and monies are going here. No. Let's digitalize this thing to help with traffic, but also to help with the mobilization of revenue.
Okay. Yeah, what are you doing in Koforidua? Who are you camping in Koforidua?
Sorry?
Who are you camping in Koforidua?
Who am I camping? I'm camping the whole team in Koforidua. So I think one of the things that we've been discussing with you, the producer and team, was that this year we need to also make sure that Trotro Diaries is not just in the studio. We are going out into the communities, because Trotro Diaries, the TV show and online, we are representing the people.
Yeah.
And so the idea was to come out into the communities, bring our community members together. We have a lot of people on our Facebook group, but hey, we don't want it to be just Facebook group. Let us go into the communities, start having conversations with them. Before they even select the Minister of Transport, we need to be speaking to the people. What are your challenges as commuters, as drivers? What are your expectations? So that we can now pull all of these feedback and then present it to them that, hey, these are the things that the people are looking for. Let us address it. Let us improve stuff for the people. So we're here at 5 p.m. today. We'll be meeting the Trotro Diaries members in Koforidua. discuss some of these issues they have. Also, speak to the youth here, understand what their challenges are, so that we will be able to say, hey, can we bring the president onto Church Diaries, or can we bring the Minister of Transport onto Church Diaries and become very relevant? Say that again.
Right. And unfortunately,
So
I
that
have
we can become more relevant.
I have to cut you here. But yeah, it would also be refreshing to, speak to some of the drivers in Koforidua as well. Sample your thoughts on some of the topics we have discussed here on the show. It would be refreshing to have your perspective. But thank you so much for joining us on the show. And we're going to take a quick commercial break. And of course, when we're back, there's more. You're welcome back. It's Churchill Diaries on Joy Prime Television, proudly brought to you by Hisense Ghana. I'm Noella Karen Yali. And we're going to wrap up on our topic for discussion today. We've been discussing road tolls, the reintroduction of road tolls. We've been unpacking the significance and relevance of the reintroduction. And we've been speaking to experts in the field, representatives from the Concerned Drivers Association, and they've had a lot to say. If you're just joining in, well, you've missed out on a lot of tea. But of course, you can catch up on our Facebook pages and on YouTube as well. So we're wrapping up. Transport Ministry, they've not announced your minister yet. What kind of minister are you looking out for? Mr. Ni? Because obviously they're going to be serving you. They're going to be working with and for you.
We need someone who has been with us, or he has been in the transport business before, who knows how it is before they appoint him, in the sense that if that person is not in our shoes, he can't know what we are
going through. Right.
And so we need somebody who has an experience in this transport business, and somebody who is open, that can open up
to suggestions.
Yes. So we don't need anybody, someone whenever I want to see him to discuss issues, then it will be very difficult for us to see. So we need somebody who is our driver's friend.
Okay.
Who we can go to him with any issues that we have to discuss.
Always available.
Available for us.
Mr. Oheneba, you agree? Or you want someone different?
Yeah, I do agree with you. Before I will pass a comment on that one, you asked a question earlier on about the reintroduction of the toll. Won't we come back and say that because of the toll, we are increasing our fares? Okay, then government introduced the e-levy to replace the toll. It did not increase fares, right? Now, this government has promised that it's going to abolish the e-levy and bring the toll. If you refuse to introduce, okay, if the government bring the toll back and you refuse to abolish the e-levy, that one, you increase the fare. Yes.
But
I'm assuring you.
You are assuring me.
Oh, yes. Because according
but how
to them,
is e-levy affecting fares?
The government will pay the e-levy by the toll, right? That's why you abolish the toll. So now this government has promised that it's going to abolish the e-levy and reintroduce the toll. If you refuse to abolish the e-levy, that one, I can assure you, you will increase
All right. Very controversial. Anyway, let's go on Zoom and speak to host and founder of Africa's Model Scout, Miss Stella Larbi. I understand they are auditioning or holding an auditioning process in Kumasi. Well, for those of you who do not know what Africa Model Scout is about, it's basically to get you a promising model here in Ghana, out there. They expose you to the global market. And so Miss Stella, who is the founder, and of course, some team members are currently in Kumasi holding an auditioning. Hello, Miss Stella. Can you kindly unmute for me? Hello? I cannot hear you. If you can kindly unmute so we can have a quick, brief conversation about the processes involved in the auditioning events that is going on in Kumasi. Can you hear me, Ms. Stella? Hello? Okay. Unfortunately, we can't hear Ms. Stella, but listen, the auditioning is going on at Kumasi City Mall, okay? It's the Africa's Model Scout. If you are a model and you have dreams of strutting some of the biggest runways globally, listen, this platform is for you. Okay, I can now hear Ms. Stella. Hi, Ms. Stella.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. That's absolutely fine. So tell me about the audition process and everything we need to know about what's happening in Kumasi.
Okay, well, aspiring models, please do come. We're going through the process of the first auditions for contestants for the show. And the winners or the chosen ones here today get to be finals in Accra in the next round. And it's exciting. So we want everybody to show up. If you want to model and if you have the height, please show up. We're here. We're waiting for you.
Okay, awesome. Is there anything in specific they must come with or in? Any specific dress, you know, outfit sort of they have to put on to be able to go through the audition?
I prefer jeans and just simple wear, but they can come in whatever they feel most comfortably in. Just very important is to bring some high heels with you because we will have to have you walk and, you know, see how you strut yourself and on the runway.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Stella. All the best. We're rooting for the team and yourself. Definitely, maybe I'd pass by when you come to Accra. Kumasi, I'm not sure about Kumasi today, but definitely I'd pass by.
Accra on Monday, so pass by. That would be awesome.
Definitely. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you so much.
All right, folks, that's it for our show today. Unfortunately, I know, you want more, but yeah, we have to keep it crisp and detailed, huh? And so this is where we draw the curtains on the show today. It has been an absolute pleasure to be speaking to these wonderful gentlemen. I've been speaking to Mr. Ni Ashi. Mr. Ni Ashi is the Greater Accra chairman of the Concerned Drivers Association, and the controversial Mr. Oheneba, Mr. Oheneba Kwame Asamoah, who is also the deputy comms officer for the Concerned Drivers Association. We've been talking about the reintroduction of road tolls. Listen, the drivers are up for it. They have given their endorsement to the reintroduction of it. And for you, upcoming transport minister, you have to be a grounds guy. You have to be a top grounds guy to get their support and endorsements as well. And if you do not abolish the e-levy, they will increase our fares. So please, governments, we beg you, abolish the e-levy and introduce the road tolls, and we can be best friends. But my name is Noella Kareniali. This has been your favorite Chocho Diaries, brought to you by Hisense Ghana. If you need anything appliances, be it ACs, fridges, phones, blenders, whatever, any appliance, juicers in the kitchen, in your living room, in your rooms, bedrooms, or whatever, get everything from Hisense Ghana. It's quality, but affordable prices. Next week, Saturday, we'll be right here, 11 o'clock, bringing you another juicy edition of your favorite Chocho Diaries. Until then, shouts to my production team, to my director, Mr. Weber, my producer, Martin, and the whole caboodle. I'll see you next week.